Hello, and welcome to Dan Can Cook. Today we're going to do a quite straightforward recipe. It's not going to be anything too advanced. It's just going to involve a couple things you can probably find at the store relatively affordable, and you can feed a ton of people with this said recipe. Now, if you're not into some of the ingredients involved, you can substitute it for something else, like bacon or whatever else. I don't have bacon. I don't have the time for that shit right now. That's all I can generally say. So what this recipe is going to include is the following: roast beef, corned beef, sandwich roll, preferably Italian because they just taste pretty good, and the item I suggest that could be substituted is red onion. Now, what's also going to be in this sandwich is going to be French fry, which of course I picked some of these great value Super Crunch Buffalo style flavored fries. And going to be adding those into the sandwich and some of them on the side of the plate. And you're wondering why Americans get so fat. Well, that's not necessarily true, because the demographic also equals Great Britain. Pipe bomb. So basically you're going to add that as that falls on the floor, and I'm going to get it after. And then you also have the open pit barbecue sauce. Main reason why I selected that sauce for this sandwich, because it has tang to it, which is required to substitute and complement the red onion. So we got all that stuff mixed in here, and we're going to build this sandwich. I'm going to show you how to build a sandwich, which looks, I would say presentable in a small fraction of the degree, or you can just do it however the hell you want. Your choice. It's your sandwich. You're going to be eating it, not me. Well, I'm going to be eating this version. You're going to be eating your version. Shut up.
Do 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 do. Anyway, on to the main aspect here. Now here's the bread. I did not cut it yet, so what you do is you simply just go into the bread like so, and you cut it. Doesn't have to be fancy. No one's watching. So you cut it like so. We open it up as such. Then the sandwich is open. Hooray! We accomplished something today. So next thing we want to do is add the starches, which is the fries here. Now what I like to do is usually leave a couple here to see the size, how the bread's going to complement it, and because I never normally worked with this type of bread, I usually just use like random ass bread. And so we're going to go ahead and take the slices of roast beef here, put that on the side, take that and put that aside. What you normally do is you stack it. And how you stack it is quite simple. You gotta do it this style normally. So you just take the meat. That meat's all fucked up. I don't know what the hell's wrong with it. We gotta love it just the same. We gotta love it like it's equal with us. So this again is very thin sliced deli meat. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep on stacking it. There's a lot here, so we gotta just work with the punches here, or go with said punches. I got enough meat here to make like 10 sandwiches, but I'm gonna put it all into the meat compartment here, which is called the bread. So I got a couple more here, which is quite simply put, good eats. So I'm gonna stack it on there, and make sure it's all nice and stacky. Now some people think this is overkill, but it's not quite. There you go. Next we're going to grab one of my favorite deli meats. One of, I said, not the favorite. Which is corned beef. It's one of my favorites because it's an interesting piece of meat, like myself. So, there you go. You're asking, why the hell is there a spoon located here? Well, I wanted some coffee. No, not really. That's not what that's for. It's going to be for the sauce, because open pit has one notorious thing about it. It's extremely runny. It's like a syrup, where that's not too thick. It's just... I can hear that water, that was it like 12% or 20% water that they put in this meat, kind of squish out there. So I'm going to go ahead and do it as such. So you're thinking, well, that guy must work at Subway or something. Not really, I just guessed how to do this correctly, and I guess it worked correctly. So next thing I'm going to do is add the starches finally. So I dropped one of the fries on the floor. I better pick that up soon because I don't want no animals, my dog, picking that up and eating that. This Yeah, there's no more room for the starchies. Next we're going to add the onion. It's going to fall everywhere, don't worry about that though. Just make sure it sort of mingles with the fries as I knock it all violently over. Serves it right, getting in my way. So we're going to add all the rest of that, if possible, perhaps. Now the funny thing about sauces that you add to sandwiches is they're mostly there for two reasons. Flavor and to compact everything, make everything stick to the bread and to the meat and whatever else you added in there. So if you're eating like a soy sandwich, for all I know, if you're having like a glaze or a honey glaze, it's actually the main other compartment is that holds it all together. And it adds flavor, or robust flavor, or delicate flavor, however you present it. We'll get ourselves some open pit, which I got like this extra jar, which probably be all over my fucking hand at this point. I use a spoonful because it's easier to migrate. By migrate I mean so that way it doesn't pour everywhere, because I end up having a heavy hand and it does not fail. This is actually how I elevate things and stuff and things. So what you want to do here is very carefully is glaze it across. So my hands are all shaky because I'm nervous because of this. There we go, just lightly glaze. You're not in a hurry. Could use a little extra coating, but nah. The sandwich meat and the rest of the ingredients don't need to be drowned out. So go ahead and put that in the sink compartment. Now the next trick, to make sure this is all christened and the Queen approves it, even though I don't live in England, period, is, I know that one's going to be a troublemaker. Oh. Is we're going to do it like such. Then you just pull the blade out. And if you like to cut it in half, you can do so. Get rid of the evidence of the onion though. That's got to go. So then, onion, you're just kamikazing, aren't you? It's a crowd to get rid of you. So you could do two things with this bread. You can toast it beforehand, and it a nice crunchiness. I don't like crunchy bread necessarily. I like toast, but it's not like eating it with bread. Like eating it as a sandwich, because the fucking crumbs falling everywhere violently. Versus the light crumbs that come from the soft bread. You can get the picture. So what I like to do is cut this in half. No evidence. So then I usually cut it like so, or you can do it like this. It doesn't matter. I just like doing it like this. I'm sophisticated, bitch, I guess. So what you do is you cut it in half like so. You destroy more evidence. You gotta do this like Dexter Morgan. I'm gonna pre-roll some like plastic and shit like that, and have plain nylon rope and a boat. Non-conspicuous at all, you know. So then you take away that sandwich in half, and then you inspect it. As you can see right there, it's nicely compacted. Everything looks yummy. I'm kind of drooling. Not really. But yeah, we're going to go to the taste test. So we're pretty much done with the sandwich. That was quite easy, as you can see. It doesn't involve too many ingredients. Again, you can add whatever the hell you want into your sandwich. But at the end of the day, this robustious sandwiches is done and edible. Mmm. 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 Mmm.
Really good sandwich, though. Mm. 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 But basically, this is I would nickname it a deli cafe style sandwich. But I was going to add coleslaw to this, but unfortunately we don't have any coleslaw. So we're shot on luck there. But hey, it's a good sandwich nonetheless. That's all there is to it. So I hope you enjoy your recipe, your sandwich, and you learned a little bit something about stacking sandwiches neatly. So take it easy, touch my nipples, and see you later.